created your copyright work and need to share it in a way that pays you. How can you share your work and earn from your copyright? Let's use the analogy of a house to explain this better. Let's say your creative work is a house, and you want to make money from this house. There are two ways to go about it. One, you can rent it out. This means that you still own the house. However, different people can pay you rent to live in the house during different periods of time. In the world of copyright, we would refer to this as licensing. Licensing means that in exchange for money, you give permission for your work to be used for a certain duration of time in a specific way. For example, as an artist, a magazine can request to use pictures of your art for a certain month. You are allowing a magazine company to reproduce or distribute your work for a specific period of time. This means that you still own the paintings and can license them to as many parties as you see fit, as long as you don't go against any of the licensing contracts you have signed before for the same painting. Both parties should sign a licensing agreement to clearly state the terms under which the publishing company can license your work. Remember our house? The second way to make money from your house would be to sell it. In the copyright world, we would refer to this as assignment. Assignment means that you are handing over ownership of your creative work. Using our previous example of an artist, when she enters an assignment agreement with a party, they now have some or all selling rights to her painting. They can distribute and reproduce her paintings as per the terms of the contract. The only rights she retains in such a transaction are moral rights, which is the right for the original work to be credited to the creator, and the right to pseudonymity or anonymity. Again, a proper contract checked by a lawyer should be in place for such an agreement. Exemptions to this rule apply when work is being shared for fair dealing. Fair dealing generally refers to exemptions where copyright claims don't apply, such as when the work is being shared for non-commercial use or is for private use. For example, looking at said painting with your friends. When the work is translated or reinterpreted for persons with disability. For example, creating an audio recording of a book for accessibility by blind people. When the work is being reviewed. When the work appears in news reports, provided that the creator is properly credited in line with his or her moral rights. When a parody has been created of the original work. When the work is subject to a judicial proceeding or court case. When the work is situated in a public place. For example, having a painting as a mural on a public building which everyone can see. When the work is being recited in public, as long as there is sufficient acknowledgement and no commercial exploitation of the same. All in all, the main aspect to sharing work is seeking permission. You need to ask for permission before sharing other people's work, and they too need to ask you for permission before they share your work.